So without the strong league, the national team won't have the platform to develop as much as they would want. So our league has to be quality, has to be strong, which will help contribute to the national team and their development.
Another question, how does the CPL contribute to develop the national team under the slogan, strongly strong national team?
Yeah. So our slogan, strong league equals to, strong national team. Because everyone has to understand the umbrella of football, how it works, the pyramid per se. We have FIFA, we have AFC in Asia, we have AFC, which is Asian Football Confederation. And then under AFC would be Football Federation of Cambodia, which the league is part of. Although the league is a company, so it's separate from the federation itself, but we are aligned with the federation. Same with the vision, same with the whole plan to make sure our national football can develop. Because we compete each and every week, the Cambodian Premier League, right? Yes. From August to May, we have each week, almost every week, we have a competition. Players need competition time in order to develop. So without the strong league, the national team won't have the platform to develop as much as they would want. So our league has to be quality, has to be strong, which will help contribute to the national team and their development. Talking specifically about under 23, that's a huge target for the Cambodian Premier League because again, it helps us 5 years and 10 years. Strong players develop from the under 23 and they play in our league for a long time. And an example I can give is that the development league is focused on the under 23 national team because we want to make sure that the under 23 performs well internationally. So our league is not just focused about the league and the competition, club competitions only. We want to make sure we aligned correctly and well with the federation's vision to develop the players and make them better. And honestly speaking, we have quality players, amazing people in the national team that I truly believe that we'll be competing continuously as we have been in a strong manner against our neighboring countries, but also internationally. So that is our vision and our hope in working with them. I personally, I can testify to you as a general manager, I am working closely with the federation. I want to make sure, we also have a technical committee which has club members as well as federation members as well as some other members. And we do that because we want to make sure we discuss, we talk. Here's this issue, how can we solve the problem? And we help each other in that way. So that's how we're doing in terms of the league and the work with the federation. Yes.
Thank you, sir. But in this case, I have some comment from the stakeholder in the Cambodia football. They also mentioned the club is play for development and also the national team for the result and the victory. What do you think about that as a general manager of CPL?
I would say if you're in football, everything is about result. Yeah. So whether you're on the field or outside the field, even as a general manager, it's all about result too. Yeah. It's never about you do the talk and you don't do the action. So it makes sense for them to have that kind of mentioning that maybe the league is more about development and the national team is all about result. But in truth, actually, as long as you're in football, it's all about result anyway. Yeah. So from our side, we have our vision of competing internationally as well as our league becoming a strong league. So that's the result that we're looking for. So it's not only about developing the players only, but we want to be a brand, a business, that runs sustainably, right? Yeah. And so that's the result that we're looking for and we're aiming for. Same thing with the national team. They want to perform. They want to have the right result for the fans, for the national, the whole nation, right? And because we're together and we're working together, that means we're both result-driven, at the same time development-driven. But development is basically for the result in the future. So we cannot dislocate those two. Development always means there's a result in the future. So yeah, it makes sense that the league might be seen as a development, but in truth, there's a result at the end.
Also relevant our previous question. What specific strategies or commitment does the CPL have to support the national team like youth national team like under 23 or under 19 for competition in the international stage in the next coming tournament?
Yeah. So number one, club licensing. When the clubs are structured well and do the complete work with the criteria of the club licensing, that means the structure of the youth academy will be done well. Clubs develop the players, correct? The youth development, yeah? So one of the criteria within club licensing is youth academy. And so if we make sure that all of that fulfillment is done well by the clubs and we prolong with that, then it will help the national team, because the national team selects the players from those youth academy. Here's the other thing that we're doing. We've created the CPL Cares this last season, the initiative and the campaign to make sure we protect players, to make sure we have child safeguarding, to make sure we have all of these other aspects. Child safeguarding has never existed before in the Cambodian Premier League. So we've started that. And the reason why we're doing that is because we are creating an environment for the players to develop in a safe atmosphere. So no abuse, make sure they're getting nutritionally, taken care of, that they get protected from not only the clubs themselves, but also from abuse from outside, let's say even by fans and so forth, that we have all of that system. We are working with AFC for this child safeguarding. And so this is something that is new, but we're doing and implementing because we believe when you protect the players, the grassroots, the youth players, it's never easy to multitask. If you want to become a professional football player, you should focus as a professional football player while educating yourself. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So we want to create that platform for them so that they develop into this area, which then they will be selected into the national team and perform well for the national team. And hopefully us, when we work with the federation, whatever they need, sometimes with scheduling, sometimes with, some things that they might request from us as a league to help them with the development of some of these players, so forth, then the league can definitely work, and also the clubs that they can work with in that place. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of things that you have told insightful. The last question.
Yeah.
Since you becoming the general manager of the CPL, what achievement are you proud of the most?
I guess that's more of a personal question, yeah? Yeah. I don't necessarily see it as a personal achievement, but I think one of the things that make me very happy to see is when I go to the stadium and I see family members, I see children, and they get to spend a quality time watching football with passion, with emotion. So whatever, as a league we've achieved, whether that be, one of the club of our league going into the AFC Challenge League final, or the numbers, like the data, how many viewers, how many attendance increase that we had from last year. We had very good data numbers. But I would say the greatest achievement that our team have done, the Cambodian Premier League team, and also the clubs they've done, is that the fans, the people of Cambodia, as well as the tourists or foreigners that come to our stadiums, they get to see the culture of Cambodia. They get to enjoy a quality time with their friends and family. Obviously, there's a lot of emotion. So sometimes it's sadness, sometimes it's grief, pain. But the fact that we're in the same place enjoying football together, that actually unites the nation together, is quite interesting feeling that I don't think I would have ever felt unless I'm a general manager of the Cambodian Premier League. And so that's my greatest, I don't know, gratitude, somehow feeling emotion that is different from the work itself. At the stadium, I see the people, they're smiling, they're laughing, they're sad, they're shouting, they're passionate. I think that's the best part about my job.
Another question about
Yeah.
you mentioned about you glad to see the people come to the stadium.
Yeah.
How does the CPL contribute with the club for attract more visitor come to the stadium?
No, that's a great question. One of the things that we are planning to do this season is the fan engagement side. And one of the plan with that is I'm talking with or planning, and I would say the result of it will come later, but we're in discussion. Let's say even with transportation for the fans to get to the stadiums. Even how can we communicate with the fans? For the fans to come to the stadiums to enjoy the match other than the football itself. The entertainment side, the fan engagement activity side. So we are working on those areas. We've already planned out our first week. We have a few aspects that is different from last season, make it more exciting. We're talking with the clubs already about how we will make that action come true. And then, I have been in discussion trying to reach out for different ministries and so forth to make sure that how can we align the people of Cambodia to know that Cambodian Premier League is Cambodia's football and for them to come enjoy Cambodian football. So we are working on those plans at the moment, especially speaking with the transportation companies in order to make it more accessible and safe for the fans, especially tourists as well, if to try to bundle a few things to make things more affordable in those areas. We've already planned it out, but it's just in discussion at the moment.
Okay. About the question about the stadium, the attract visitor. I have another question is about the infrastructure about the stadium. How does the club licensing work with the club?
Yes, so for the club licensing and the stadiums, how it works is there's a infrastructure criteria, and the clubs have to fulfill. For example, to make sure they have a training ground, to make sure they have a stadium with a certain, kind of basically safety measurements of how the bench needs to be placed, how the protocol systems have to be, where the locker rooms have to be, how the locker rooms need to be. It needs a bathroom, it needs a shower room, that kind of stuff. So all of these detailed information are done according to club licensing, and it's based on AFC club licensing. So the clubs have to fulfill it. Now, for this season, what the Cambodian Premier League is doing, we're doing a stadium enhancement fund. So part of our subsidy structure, what we're doing is we're providing a certain fund for the clubs if they are able to fulfill and plan out their stadium improvement. So let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm an owner of a club, for example, right? And I want to improve my locker room, have a TV in there, have better table structure, better lockers for the players, have nicely branding and design. I want to improve it. So what I will do, I will submit the form, the plan, the proposal to us, Cambodian Premier League, and we will review according to the committee, and we will provide those funds to the club for fulfilling those criteria, so that each and every club within our Cambodian Premier League can improve their stadium level from at least, from one place to the next level, whether it's small or whether it's big, however they're planning to do. As you might understand, there are several clubs at the moment that are working on their stadiums at the moment. Very big projects. Some are very big, some have small ideas, but there are a few clubs that also have plans for future stadiums. So as fans, as supporters, what we have to do is continue to support them at the stadiums, because the match day revenue, the ticket, the food that they sell, all of these revenue go back to the club, which they need in order to work towards a future for them. Especially, if we want a better stadium, it means we need to go to the stadiums. If we don't go to the stadiums, then what will be the point for a club to have a good stadium, right? It's very important that the supporters understand that whenever you come to the stadium, you're contributing massively. It's not only about the financials itself. It's just that you are there. The clubs are happy to see you there. And so that is what I can say about how we are contributing as a league, and at the same time, how the fans will be contributing for the stadiums. Yeah.
The last, I want you to say something to the fan come to support. How important about their attend come to the stadium for support the club and also develop our league.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I do want to say to the fans, until this point, the support has been amazing. It's been massive, and we want to thank every fan. It's not easy. Sometimes some fans travel away matches from one province to the other to watch the match, to support the league, to support the club. And to be honest with you, when we see fans like that, it makes our work make it beautiful. We do it for the fans, and when we see people that commit themselves and work so hard to support, we are so grateful, and it motivates us to do even more. And I would say when the fans go to the stadium, how it helps is that it attracts the sponsors for the clubs. It attracts sponsors for the league. It attracts different, not only sponsors in terms of money, but sponsors in terms of how they can contribute to help the community. And so fans have to understand, when there's a stadium in a location, it impacts the economic development of that whole area. I cannot say the exact numbers at the moment, but it helps and contributes a lot. So when the fans are going to the stadiums, please be mindful that your attendance at the stadiums is an incredible support to all of us. And my encouragement is that we will do our best to support to the fans, from the quality of the game itself and the quality of the fan engagement itself. So we will do our best, and we will try our best. It depends. It may depend case by case. It may depend on our economic situation from time to time. However, we will do our best to support as they support us.